You know what? Towards the end of Ashvamedhika Parva Mahabharata, there is a beautiful short story of a blue-eyed mongoose. The main theme of that story is the mongoose openly announced that the dana of a poor Brahmin was much, much better than the dana of King Yudhishthir. That too, in presence of, in Yajnasala, before all the rishis, munis, brahmins, and King Yudhishthir himself, he announced this thing. As he said this, first the mongoose rolled down on the ground. Nothing had happened. Then he announced that this dana is nothing before the dana of that Brahmin. As he said this, everybody asked him, then what was that dana? Then this mongoose said, Ki O rishis, O munis, O brahmins, it is not my fault. Just listen. There was a Brahmin in Kurukshetra who was following Uncha Bhav, means whatever amount of grains he was collecting, handful of grains he was collecting from the field, that only they were sharing among themselves and eating. And once in a famine, when everybody was hungry, even for the days together they couldn't get anything, suddenly they got a guest. That too, when a very little amount of grains they got and corn they got and they made it into powder. That powdered barley, when they were ready to eat just to satisfy their hunger, at that time they heard a knock at the door and they saw that a guest was there. But just, you cannot believe that all the 4 members, they share their portion to this guest, because as he said that his hunger was not satisfied with a little amount. Somehow they all shared and the guest was ultimately satisfied and went away. Now these 4, they died out of hunger, but because of their merit, because of their such a sacred dana, and without any self-interest, as they had given, because of that only they all went to heaven. And yes, that was a dana